What's up, folks? Welcome to another episode of Watching Paint Dry here on Another Letdown Media. My name is Zach, and this is the show where we hang out on a Saturday night after most people on the East Coast have probably already gone to bed and work through the ridiculous backlog of miniatures that need to be painted. And I don't do this alone. I'm here with my friend Mike, aka Broody Gambit. How's your holiday, man?
It's been going great, just tired, and I should probably be one of those on the East Coast in bed right now.
Yeah, I hear that. I was working all day today at the store, and I got home and I was like, no, I need to go and take a nap because, oh dear, I was completely wiped out. But we're here. We're doing the thing. As with all the shows that we host here on the Another Letdown Media channel, we believe in civil rights for absolutely everyone and in being as inclusive as possible, so any comments or activity actively working against that goal are not welcome and will not be tolerated. So, let's see what we're doing today. Yeah, we're painting minis, and I need to find the button. There it is, Watching Paint Dry. Okay, here we go. You can see kind of a corner of what I'm doing. There we go. I'm finally doing it. I'm breaking into the Gotham City Chronicles stuff. I've got thugs with crowbars today. And yes, RPD's advice, RPD says, I've taken Paul's advice on picking shirts to go with your green screen. Yeah, so this is a brand new shirt that my wife got me, featuring the original version of my car. I love it, and I had to wear it on stream today. I did have a sweatshirt on, but it's also really hot in my office, so I chose not to. Mike, what are you painting tonight?
I figured, I guess I'm gonna continue working on some of the Mandalorians that I've got.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Give it a little variety, right? Variety is the spice of life and all that. So yeah, Miss Drake says thugs with crowbars. How exciting! Yeah, they're not the most exciting, but I need to get my head into this headspace of this particular scale and the minis that are available to me. So I was like, I'm starting easy, just very familiar, very straightforward. But I've also got the remainder of this disaster that I was working on last time, which hasn't progressed any further because it's been Christmas week. Give me a break. So I'm going to start out with a little Mechanicus Standard Gray, and we'll move from there. But I am going to do some subtle variations, I think, on these guys, just to keep them from being completely boring. I think the medium base paint, or medium base coat brush might be a little too big for these minis. I may just be stuck with... So taking a glance at what we've got for these minis here, they are... I'm going to turn the light on. There we go. Looks like they're wearing zipper hoodies, kind of like what I wear. We can do a different color on their shirt. The crowbars can be slightly different. I'm going to definitely do an homage to Gordon Freeman here. The little beanies. I'm going to go with gray here, kind of like the one I'm wearing. And then we'll just a standard flesh color. My reference images are coming from my Arkham playthrough that I'm doing on Zach Sucks at Games. More on that later, because that's been super fun. But I'm waiting on a new hard drive because I've run out of space. A new solid state drive. What's that?
That's problematic.
Yeah, it is. It is not ideal, but we make do. I also need to find a good base coat for blue jeans.
Base coat for blue jeans?
Yeah.
I guess there's lots of options there.
Well, what I'm thinking, come with me on this journey. What if I used a light gray with a blue ink and then dry brushed something like a Thunderhawk blue?
That would be a good option.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. Depending on, because, jeans can come, that really, faded white, really light blue, in which case I use sky blue. But sometimes if you have, that really deep dark blue, I'll end up using McCrag blue.
Oh, okay, yeah. Thank you for the sub, Miss Drake. Much appreciated. You rock, dude. Thank you so much. Oh, a bit more. Thank you. Thank you so much. With the Prime sub. I love it.
So yeah, like I said, I've got Mandalorian's paint. I'm still continuing the mostly red and white from my alma mater.
Yeah.
I can't speak today. NC State.
Yeah.
So that is pretty much I'm working with red, white, and black as my 3 colors, with a couple of extra to fill in here and there.
Speaking is difficult. This is true. So actually, I'm glad that you brought that up, Mike, because I was working at the store today, as I mentioned, and a guy was hemming and hawing about what minis to buy, and he was looking at some Mandalorians, and I was talking to him about your decision to paint them up in your alma mater's color scheme, and he bought some right then and there, and decided to do the same thing.
Nice.
Yeah. So you have served as an inspiration, my friend. We are listening to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles tonight.
Which one?
Turtles in Time. The video game, of course.
Not
God forbid
TMNT3.
What's that?
Not TMNT3.
Well, I believe it is still TMNT3, but yeah.
It's not the movie.
Correct.
That also involves time travel.
Yeah. So when I pulled these guys out of the box the other day, I was like, boy, they are really pudgy.
Yeah.
Like, they're fat boys. And I'm like, I don't feel like this is how I imagine mooks to be. But as I'm applying paint, like, it kind of works. Which is a little odd, but I'll go with it. Alright, so yeah, I was right. The medium base brush is a little too big for this application. I'm a little frustrated by that, but that's alright. So, Brett Moore bought some D&D minis and paints from you. Oh, yeah. I remember. Welcome to the show. And thank you for supporting the channel. I'm glad to have been able to help you get back in. Painting is a great hobby. So I think to offset the little beanie hat that he's wearing, I'm going to do like a Null and Oil wash over it.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll see where that leads us. I think these mooks are going to end up being very improvisational. Just kind of whatever the mood strikes, because they're just street level thugs. And I think that kind of works for this aesthetic. And besides, I've got dozens of them to do. The game that the thugs with crowbars is from Gotham City Chronicles. Batman. There's the Null and Oil. I was wondering when it was making his first appearance of the night. We should have, like... RPD, we gotta... I should talk to 4Gs and see if I can get an animation for, like, when we mention Null and Oil. It should be just, like, Adam yelling. For now, Gray Mayo. I don't know why I'm, like, stressing over full coverage here. My sister and I both got Ubisoft's attempt at recreating Breath of the Wild, and it's actually pretty fun. I'm listening, Miss Drake? I don't know this. This reference. So I'm doing a little bit of assembly line painting tonight, which is not something you normally see from me on the stream.
That's usually my job.
That's usually the broody method. Oh, Immortals Phoenix Rising. Okay, yeah. I've heard good things. I, courtesy of RPD, got Hades, which I'm very excited about.
I got that from a friend as well.
Yeah. Much prop RPD. I definitely intend to play that. I'll probably be playing that mostly off stream. Because just such is the nature of that particular game. And I'm very, very excited about it. Because I've got a bunch of work to do this week that involves me just kind of sitting at my computer. So I'm just like, oh. Oh, fantastic, Miss Drake. That's awesome. I know very little about it, but I know that's a good thing, so. But yeah, I've got a bunch of work to do this week, and that kind of means I need something that I can play while other things are going on my second monitor, and I think Hades is going to fit that bill very perfectly.
Yeah, for me, I haven't beaten Meg, but I've gotten to her like twice.
Yeah, I haven't even installed it yet. Like I said, I'm waiting for a hard drive, but I might shuffle things around depending on when said hard drive is going to get here. But my wife finally caved, and so this is, little victories, right, Miss Drake? My wife bought me Super Mario Party, and she's going to play it with me.
Nice.
So, again, almost definitely not on stream. Although I might do a channel points reward to special stream. My wife plays Mario Party with me. We'll see if that works. Depending on when it arrives, or if Adam catches wind of you not having installed it yet. Adam knows my situation, RPD. Because of what's going on with This Is Difficult, I've had to sort of restructure my thinking a little bit. And so, this week I've been playing a lot of Majora's Mask for tomorrow's podcast. Very, very excited. That game is sick, by the way. Welcome to the world of things being difficult, yeah. The only thing we have left is, unfortunately, the single-player stuff. Yeah, that's... So, yeah. I mean, I'm going to do a lot of that first. Just kind of get it out of the way. But, my wife has watched me watch some of the Game Grumps playthroughs of Super Mario Party, so she has some idea of what she has to do. And I'm going to let her use my Pro Controller, and then I'll use my 8-bit dough that I also got for Christmas. And we'll just go from there.
Go around the board and get stars.
What's that?
Go around the board and get stars.
Yep.
That's pretty much all you need to know.
Pretty much. And mini games will screw you over occasionally.
Pretty much. The
Yeah.
river rafting game thing, like game mode is pretty fun.
Mm-hmm. So we'll see how that goes. I also, Miss Drake, this is relevant to you. I don't know. I think you saw my Mega Man Zero map model kit that I did, the Nightmare Zero. That I was very excited about it. Oh, Chamali got you Dicey Dungeons. Oh, nice. It's fantastic. And I had so much fun building that model kit that I ordered another one.
Technodrome, the final shell shock.
And if anybody has a bead on one of the Mega Man X model kits, that's just like standard form X, like I don't want any of the like special armor, the Hadouken armor or anything like that. Let me know, because that would be cool. Alright, that's 2. Dicey Dungeons is fun. I'm still stuck in the last chapter 1. As for models, I'm resisting getting any more because I still gotta go to work on Monday again. Black War Greymon was a lot of fun, though. Yeah, it looked like you were having a good time with that. I've just discovered that I can get them on my store credit, which is pretty nice. But like the only ones that I know really well are the Mega Man ones, and they kind of come in and out of print, you know, at their own pace. So. But that's all right. I pounced on the Nightmare Zero one, and it looks great. I gotta do a little bit of ink wash, but gotta put some Nuln oil on it, Mike.
Yep.
And then that'll be all set. And then I just picked up the stock red armor Zero as well, because it was fun. My wife's been doing a lot of there it is. My wife's been doing a lot of like journaling and stuff lately, so it's easy for me to kind of sit on the floor with a snap together model kit and just build that while she does that. It was a happy little accident discovery. So tell me about your big score, Mike.
So my folks got me for Christmas a 3D printer.
I'm so jealous.
That I got hooked up today and assembled. I shouldn't say hooked up. It's a complete standalone. It's got a USB connection, so I could just directly plug it into my computer and just print from it.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't have a USB cord long enough where I had to set it up. But it's got like a SD slot where I could just pop an SD card into the 3D printer and just print straight from that.
Okay. Now, is it a filament printer or a resin printer?
Filament.
Oh, okay.
So I'm not sure how well that's going to work with painting miniatures and stuff from it, but
In my experience, not very well. The quality is just not good enough.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're printing like just like random thug or like orc, you know, just simple D&D stuff or whatever, It's serviceable, but it's not
Yeah.
like I printed a couple things and I'm like, I don't really want to paint this. It's just like there's too many mold lines and stuff. But I'm going to keep, like, our school printer is finally being repaired. So I'm going to do some more experimenting with it, and we'll see if we can improve that, because ultimately, like, it would be nice to be able to offer, like, hey, you have this Hero Forge mini, you know, buy the 3D print file and we'll print it and paint it for you, which will save a ton of money, and we can, you know, potentially work out another cost tier or something like that for our commissions. Incidentally, good time to plug commissions. Broody and I take commissions. The information is in the description down below.
Did you get anything awesome for Christmas?
Yes. So in a different vein, though, I don't know how well documented it is here on Twitch that I'm a musician also. I play guitar. And I've had the same guitar, albeit, you know, modified over the years, for many, many years. And I've never owned a case for it. And my wife got the deluxe Fender hardshell case for it, which was not cheap. And I'm very, very lucky. My parents bought us... Yes, I know, RPD. I'll do that hopefully this week. 4G keeps bugging me about it. Anyway, yeah, so she bought me the deluxe hardshell case from Fender. It's awesome. I had a bit of trouble getting into it because there's no indication of how the snaps work. Oh. You literally pull on the locks and it opens. So I'm sitting here like, wait, do I have to like pick the lock to get into this case? Like, what's going on here? But eventually I did it, and my guitar, whose name is Larry, fits in it absolutely perfectly. As it is, Larry is a Fender Stratocaster, so it's exactly what's supposed to fit in there. So that was my big one. My parents got me pneumatic rocking chair lawn chairs for camping, which is really cool. They're like built so you can even rock on uneven ground.
Okay.
They're very neat. Ah, yes, the guitar has just about all the parts of it replaced one at a time, but you still think of it as the same. It's your ship of Theseus, including the part where it has golden miniguns mounted on it. I mean, I'm not Eaglebone's Falcon Hawk, but I mean, I do have components. Actually, okay, it's story time, RPD. Yes, my guitar is very heavily modified, and there's very little of it that is actually original anymore. And my favorite bit is there are parts in my guitar that did at one point belong to Eaglebone's Falcon Hawk of the Aquabats. I ordered myself a resin printer yesterday, hoping to make lots of minis and D&D props. Yeah, fantastic. Brett Moore, I'd love to see how those come out, because, yeah, I mean, if I ever, you know, live in a place that is my own and I have space for something like that, I definitely want a resin printer. Some of the other original Another Letdown crew members, so not Mike, unfortunately, do have a resin printer, and I keep meaning to go down. Well, I can't right now, but they've had some pretty good success with it, but they're not as good at painting as I am, so I want to go down and collaborate with them. Fun fact, that's actually how Another Letdown Media got started, is a whole bunch of us played Warhammer together on the basement floor, and we got bored and decided to start making short films. And then they got bored again. Well, they didn't really get bored. They just found other things that were interesting. And I took the name back, and now we stream, which is great. And you do occasionally see them on the channel. We play Arkham Horror sometimes with them, or Left 4 Dead, or things like that. They're Paul and Chris. They're great guys. If you go back through the YouTube archive, youtube.com/anotherletdowncf, you can find all our sketch comedy videos and all the backlog of all of our streams. Yeah, fantastic, fantastic. I don't know if I mentioned it. I'm reliably right now. I'm reliably at the store once every 2 weeks, so I'll be back in a fortnight. But I'm often there other times as well, for one reason or another. Especially over vacation, as we are now. And largely that's due to trying to maintain some semblance of cleanliness and order during all this. All right, I'm gonna do some shirts, I think, now. Or actually, no, next biggest area would be the pants. So we'll go to the pants next. The pants! Okay, it's time for me to put my children's librarian hat on for a second. And What Was I Afraid Of by Dr. Seuss. Great story. It's about the pale green pants with nobody inside them. Okay, this light gray is going to look absurd to start with, but we'll make it work.
So I also, Casey gave me the new-ish Avengers game.
Oh, yeah. How is it?
Yeah. It's all right.
That's about what I've heard.
Yeah. It seems like they took some of the engine for the platforming bits from Tomb Raider, which is fine.
Yeah.
But it seems a little bit more clunky.
Okay.
And a little bit it's not as clean. But it's fine. For the most part. Enjoyable. I played the first mission and got to be Hulk, which makes me happy. And I ran around doing what Hulk does best and smashing whatever was moving.
Nice.
And even a lot of things that weren't moving.
Yeah, absolutely.
The story follows Kamala Khan. Yeah. And I know a bit about her, and some of the her personality with the fangirling bits and the other stuff like that just seemed to rub me the wrong way. But playing her, I realized what the problem was.
Okay.
She's this generation's Jubilee.
Ooh.
From the 1990s X-Men.
Yeah.
Ouch. I'm like, that's the problem right there.
Yep. Ugh.
And then me and Casey got in an argument about it. I'm like, she's Jubilee, but she can stretch like Mr. Fantastic. Whereas Jubilee, as much as everyone jokes about her fireworks being useless as a superpower, is actually not really that useless as being able to stretch.
Yeah, I mean, Mr. Fantastic at least is super smart also.
Yeah, Mr. Fantastic's real superpower is how smart he is, not the fact that he can stretch.
Yeah. Ugh, that's So Jubilee was always played off as just not being particularly useful. Where I would argue that fireworks powers, like you can blind people, you can burn people.
I mean, they did explode and could cause damage.
Yeah, exactly. Like they are. Maybe they're not as useful as, say, psionic abilities, cough Jean Grey, but like at least there's some utility there. Where Kamala is just a fangirl who can stretch. It's just disappointing. And I get it, like everything's been done, and you know you're running out of space and creative space, rather, that is, and all. Yes, yeah. Where Jubilee at least tries to help, you know.
Yeah.
And often runs into the whole, you know, Wedge, you're not doing any more good back there, get out of the trench situation. But, like, at least she's there and making an effort. Oops, bump the mic. Yeah, that's disappointing. But I mean, at the end of the day, you're still wrecking face as Hulk, and there's something to be said for that.
And I have yet to figure out, like, because Casey made sure to get me the PlayStation 4 version.
Yep.
Because that was supposed to have like the exclusive, like you could be Spider-Man as well.
Yep.
And I have not figured out how to do that yet.
Sure.
And I desperately want to, because I want to play Spider-Man.
That is my one big, like, I wish I was a PlayStation person, is Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I've said it numerous times on This Is Difficult at this point. I wish I could get hyped about one of the consoles this generation, and I just can't. So I will most likely be just mainlining Switch for the current generation, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
And, you know, I might get an Xbox One X or Series X or a PS5 when they're readily available and the price comes down.
Yeah, but I'm kind of in that same boat.
Like, Switch is so good and so amazing. And I'm so fortunate to have one, too. Like, I know they're really tough to get right now.
I actually got one for my nephew and niece for Christmas.
Nice.
My niece is only like 3, so she's learning, but still not quite there.
Right.
But she can grow into it. I got her like the Kirby Star Smash game or whatever it's called.
Oh, yeah.
That most of the internet says is pretty accessible for younger kids, as young as like 3 and 4. So
yeah. So my niece is, well, my sister doesn't really do gaming so much, and so my nieces are very much like more outdoorsy and whatnot. Have I played Heroes of Hammerwatch? No, and I'll get to that in a second. But so my niece Tegan went skiing with her dad, or snowboarding with her dad the other day, leaving, and you know, Amanda called me and was like, "Hey, can you take the little one, Finley, skiing?" And I was unfortunately still teaching. I still had to teach that day. And I said, "I tell you what I'll do. I'll come over later and we'll build a robot." So I had a little robot kit kicking around, and Finn and I built a robot. She was very proud of herself.
Yeah.
So Tell me about Heroes of Hammerwatch. This is something I've not heard much about. My next 2 Switch games are probably going to be Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity and Paper Mario Origami King. But I've got a little bit of a backlog right now, which is fairly normal for me. Because like my nieces, I often prefer to be outside. So my streaming, my video game time is often limited to just what you see on stream. Thursday nights. Age of Calamity isn't my future, but it'll be a while. Yeah, that's kind of what I was saying to Colin yesterday, is like, 4Gs. It's a dungeon runner roguelike that's on Switch now. I've been grinding hard. Nice! That's fantastic. Very cool. I will have to check that out and potentially review it on the podcast. When I refer to the pod, it has some D&D vibes, but it's a good game to grind and chill out. Nice. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, that sounds perfect for podcasty stuff. So I do a video game podcast called This Is Difficult every Sunday night on the Ryugami-san channel. That's the one I had on at the store today. With my friends Paul and Josh and Colin and Adam. Sort of a rotating cast. And last week we did our big Game of the Year thing. Yeah, roguelike on Switch. That's like a match made in heaven right there. Up to 4 players. Ooh, yeah. Oh my gosh, that's so much crossover potential. Actually, big announcement. Well, that's been teased for a while. January coming up, so later next month. Mike and I, along with Paul from This Is Difficult, and our producer Chamali, who also appears on our show Trapped in Arkham. We are going to be playing the Scott Pilgrim game live on stream. That's going to be an exciting day.
That is going to be very exciting. That game was awesome.
I'm so excited. I was so cranky because when that game came out, I wasn't really playing games. I was just in between situations and didn't have time for it. But now that I have, the time and wherewithal and consoles to do so, we will be playing that on Switch, and it's going to be very exciting. So look for that mid-January here on the channel. All right. Yeah, that definitely sounds like something we would do all together. I would imagine probably Paul and Josh and myself would be the crew for that. All right, I gotta go back to the dark gray for a second, patch up a couple of spots I missed, and then we'll do shirts. Or potentially skin, I haven't decided yet. Making decisions is difficult, RPD. RPD, what are you working on over there? You're usually working on some sort of RPG shenanigans or another. Continuing the Viling build from last time. Ah, gotcha. Gotcha. I managed to clear the roadblock that was explosive attacks naming. Ah, nice. Yeah, we built Tegan's character. Her character's name is Blink. Earlier this week, and she's very excited about it. Now I'm struggling with the force skill from close quarter combat. Yeah. All right, there's that. Blink does stealth stuff, but also electricity. So she makes electricity-based doppelgangers with which to, or like that she uses to go stealth. And I'm like, this is the coolest. I'm really, really fond of that. And she's really leaning into the... She'd use the lone wolf personality. And she's really leaning into that, which is going to be very fun. I'm quite excited to start that campaign up. Actually, I got a recording session with Trevor in a couple of weeks. I got to figure out what's going on with that. Trevor's got a bunch of stuff I need to read. Mike, did you make it to the Citizen Holiday Party or no?
No, I was heading to the beach for my mother-in-law's birthday.
That's right.
So I was in the car for that.
Ah.
I really wanted to be there, but sadly,
Yeah.
I was not able to be there.
It was good. I mean, we're gonna do more of them. I think I'm gonna do a pub trivia night with the citizens at some point, which will be really fun. Jacqueline wants to do some kind of a bake-off thing, so we're gonna do some more moving forward. It's gonna be a good time. We'll do big fat quiz of greater than games. Trivia night, yeah. Definitely, Miss Drake. Definitely. These are ideas that I have after watching way too much British panel shows. I was watching, just before we went live, I was watching Big Fat Quiz of 2020, and oh my god, is it funny. It had me dying laughing. Alright, so the question is, skin or shirts next? And I think just because it's a bigger area, I'm going to go with skin. Oh, for Pete's sake, I missed another bit with Gray. Watching too many panel shows, but not enough time to study and research to go full on QI. No. Yeah, no. QI, I like QI and I'll watch it from time to time. But I prefer 8 out of 10 Cats. And 8 out of 10 Cats does Countdown, obviously. And I guess in a more slightly unconventional way, Taskmaster. They revealed the new cast for Taskmaster, and Lee Mack is going to be on it next season, and I'm so there for it. So I think these mooks, since there's 4 of them, Mike, I'm going to do red, yellow, green, and blue.
It's a good solid color.
right? And you know, just on their the little like V that pokes out underneath their hoodie.
Yeah.
But just differentiate them a little bit. For me, when I watched more panel shows, it was QI, and not quite a panel show, but it was another show. Pointless. Yeah, Pointless was good. I guess I'm a really big fan of Jimmy Carr. He's extremely funny. Oh my god, these guys have tiny hands. Let's see, what else did we do yesterday? I came so close to beating my dad in Trivial Pursuit last night. I was so proud of myself.
Yeah.
Nobody touches my dad in Trivial Pursuit, and I finally, it came down to one question. And I was like, that is the closest anyone's gonna get. Until the day someone actually beats him, that's the closest anybody's gonna get. That felt pretty good. My mom had an incredible come-from-behind win in Parcheesi. That was pretty cool, too.
Yeah, with Casey's family on Christmas Eve, we decided to play charades.
Oh, that's a rough one. I love it.
And, me and Casey were just on point.
Yeah.
Just between each other. It was like half a second, she'd just do some random thing, and I'd just nail exactly what she was what she was trying to get.
Nice.
And everyone's just we don't even know what just happened.
Yeah, I gotta get some Mandalorians also, Brett. Just having watched Mike paint these for a few weeks now, it's just like, oh my god, I need them. Gotta get them. Somebody bought our last Boba Fett, and I gotta get Mike to reorder it. Mike at the store to reorder it. Too many Mikes in this world. Hey Brett, I know you hit the subscribe button. Hit the follow button. See what happens. There you go. My friend Colin made that awesome animation. And thank you. Super Smash the MF like button and that bell next to it. 40 something. Okay, Christopher. No, I'm very proud of that animation. Colin worked really hard on it. I like being able to shout him out. Somebody go yell at Captain Kirk. Where's he at?
Visiting family?
Oh, probably. Yeah, that's true. Can't fault him for that. Basic Mook. Basic Mook undercoating. 3 colors, technically table ready. Humbug. I told you about the Mega Man Zero art book that my wife got me.
Yeah, you sent a picture on Discord.
Oh my god, that book is so cool.
And it looks great.
Yeah, it's exactly. So I'm actually working on a series of art pieces over the last couple weeks, months? Question? I don't know. Last small bit of time. It is the members of Tupperware Remix Party as Mega Man Zero characters, or Mega Man X characters. So this is an interesting reference for that. Two down, two to go on the skill names. Nice! Picking up steam there, RPD. I like to see it. There we go. Yeah, he looks good. Oh, I got a pretty cool DVD set. I got all 4 seasons of Welcome Back, Kotter.
Nice.
So for those who don't know, I'm a teacher. It's pretty well documented on the show. And every year... What?
You're what? Just acting surprised for face.
I know. Every year before we go back to school, I always watch at least one episode of Welcome Back, Kotter. Whatever I can find on the internet. And now I don't have to worry about the internet anymore. I can just go to my DVDs and watch Welcome Back, Kotter.
That's always fun.
Yeah. It's just a good way to get into the headspace for a new school year. Under normal... So I didn't do it this year because I kind of never left that headspace. We didn't have Gen Con. We didn't have, other stuff to sort of distance myself from that. So it felt like the school year kind of never ended.
Mm-hmm.
And I spent the summer in the back room at the store doing all that work, which was essentially just library work, which I'm fine with. I love doing library work. It is, after all, my profession, but, So hopefully next year, I'll have the opportunity to do that a little more. So I am going to add some diversity to the MOOCs, not in this particular set, just because they are the first. I'm just trying to get used to it. And Bugman's Glow was the first skin tone that I was able to grab off my tray here. But I do have some other, like Catachan Flesh is a darker flesh tone. Gross, RPD. RPD, since you have some familiarity with some of the TV shows and whatnot that I'm familiar that I watch all the time. Back in the earlier part of the 2000s, did you ever get to see, or did the show My Family ever make it out to your neck of the woods? I feel like I've asked this before. Probably have. You have familiarity with things and whatnot, especially the whatnot. Yeah. Did make it over, but didn't watch it. Ah. Okay. That is definitely my favorite sitcom of all time. There we go. Another guy. All right, let's get some shirt colors going down here. So I'm going to go pretty dark here. I'm going to go with Cantor Blue, Wa Flesh. I will do Averland Sunset, I think, for the yellow. And I wasn't going to do Corn Red, but I am leaning in that direction now. So I think that's where we're going to go with it. Cantor Blue. Definitely the closest to my hand here, so start there. Oops. Seems solid. That was easy. Oh, my wife did get me something really cool. That's kind of like uniquely cool to me. So this wallet is made of. I'll put it under the document camera. It's made of recycled bike tires.
Okay.
There we go. And she found the same company does a like messenger bag out of recycled bike tires as well. So she bought me that, and that's going to be my new like RPG book bag. And I just thought that was the coolest thing.
Yeah.
My wife and I are all about, recycling and sustainability and things like that. So Very cool bit of business. Ooh. I may have an alternative to you doing red. I may be doing purple here. Because I just found a pot of purple paint and I'm like, oh, now I want to do that. Is purple too goofy a color for a mook, though?
Oh, no. Especially if they're like Joker henchmen or anything.
Well, these aren't. These are just like generic street-level thugs. I'll definitely be using a lot of purple for Joker people. So maybe I do just hang off on that one.
I don't think there are like villain-specific henchmen, are there?
There are, yeah.
Okay. So I also watched Wonder Woman yesterday.
And
it was all right.
that's kind of what I'm hearing from a lot of different people. Is like, it's fine. As with most of the DC movies, I will most likely wait until I can watch it for free.
Mm-hmm. Kristen Wiig still seems to have no real chemistry with anyone I've ever seen her on screen with.
Does she ever though?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's I've never seen her really have chemistry with anyone on screen. And
yeah,
that trend continued. I don't know. I don't think she's funny, and like I said, she doesn't seem to work well with anyone she's on camera with. I don't understand how she still keeps getting hired for things.
Yeah, I'm right there with you, man. She's a baffling case.
Yeah. Pedro Pascal was fine, but it did seem kind of cheesy and phoned in almost a little.
Well, I mean, he's got... I can give him a pass right now. He is literally carrying Star Wars.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, that's nice. All right. It's time to do the homage to Gordon Freeman over here. The man has single-handedly made Star Wars good again. He can be a campy supervillain. Yeah, exactly, RPD. Or Miss Drake, sorry.
Chris Pine was great.
Was he?
Yeah.
I like him. Yeah, I'm loving these red crowbars. That's my little nod to Half-Life over here.
Are all your crowbars red, or are you just...
Yeah, I'm gonna do... But crowbars are often yellow too, aren't they?
Or just
or black.
Steel lead belcher color.
Well, I'm gonna do bits of lead belcher at the end on each of them.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna go with red crowbars here because just to make them stand out.
That does remind me of a great Christmas story.
Go on.
So one year, my youth group was doing a dirty Santa, one of those things. And it was come bring a $10 gift, pass it around. Everyone you can steal, do this, that, and the other. All the fun Christmas shenanigans that get in there. Me being the non-serious practical joker that I am, went to a Big Lots and found a $10 crowbar.
Oh my god, that's awesome. Please tell me that was like the big gift that everybody wanted.
What?
Please tell me that was like the big gift that everybody wanted.
It was, in fact, like when someone opened up the crowbar, it was just constantly getting stolen back and forth.
That's
Until it got
amazing.
mobbed, and everyone just was like, just wanted it for some reason. I'm like, it's kind of silly. It's just a crowbar.
Mm-hmm. No, I love that.
Why anyone would just like desperately want it like that, but I got a kick out of it.
I love being that guy at Yankee Swaps, though, because I always end up with something that I like and nobody else gives a rat's Deutermaker about.
Mm-hmm.
So one of the best, like, quite honestly, I've at this point retired champion from Yankee Swaps, because when I was in 10th grade, I was working at the video store, and somebody put a copy of Shanghai Nights in the Yankee Swap. Because again, it was like $10 maximum. She got it at a gas station. It was great. I knew that movie was gold. And nobody else. So I played it off as like, oh God, really? You're going to stick me with this thing? But I knew, like, at the end of the day that I was going to love that movie. It's Jackie Chan. It's Jackie Chan and Owen Wilson. Like, so good.
I think Owen Wilson gets a bad rap, but I for the most part enjoy him.
I love him. I think he's wonderful. All right, here comes the lead belcher. Yeah. I did put a couple of bits of chipped paint on the crowbar as well. Where it might have impacted with Kevlar in a scuffle with the bat. It occurs to me Gotham City mooks are pretty dumb.
Yeah. Go fight Batman.
Like, invariably, you get involved in the low-level thug gang warfare stuff, and then you end up fighting the Bat, and you're just like, what am I doing with my life?
Either that, or, like, if you don't get fighting the Bat, you get sucked up into some supervillain gang, where they're more than likely just going to kill you also.
Yeah. The number of times Joker yeets people out windows. To be fair, if you're fighting the Bat, you're not dealing with the boss, so it's easier. It's easily the better place to be, yeah. You're lying unconscious in the aisle with some big boot standing on your head. It's better than being tossed out a window. Alright, well, there's some crowbars. I guess... Does that just mean it's time for... inking, yeah, I think so. I guess I could do the bases. Just a bit of a nuisance, but fine. So here's a fun story about a Jackie Chan movie that kind of sort of somewhat has not one but two highly interesting games based on them. During the making of Thunderbolt, a couple of the actors and most of the stunt people also did mocap for the game Jackie Chan the Kung Fu Master and its Street Fighter style revision Jackie Chan and Fists of Fire. Yes, that's true. That is very true. So I didn't realize these bases were textured. Normally I'd use the Astrogranite here, but I don't know if that's going to work out.
I've got some Astrogranite now.
Yeah, I saw that. Fist of Fire is a wild game to watch at high levels. Yeah.
Technicals for bases and stuff.
Yeah. But I think because these ones are already textured, I think I'm just going to slap some Mechanica Standard down and move on with my life. So we'll do it, since we're here. I don't know, it'll take a couple seconds to get this down.
So yeah, most of the work I've done with bases is usually with like blocking and glue.
Yeah.
I've not really ever used any of these technicals and have no idea what I'm doing with them.
Well, I tell you, man, it is a giant level up moment when you start using technicals instead of flocking and glue.
Mm-hmm.
On par with Adam's Null and Oil level up.
So what do you do? Just like lay a smattering down on a base and...
Pretty much. You want to use some kind of like a scraper tool.
Yeah, I've got like several molding tools, including like the plastic.
Yeah.
Citadel like molding tool for that.
Yeah.
I just end up using that more for mixing up my somewhat more dried paints.
I mean, that's also a very legitimate use for that tool. I can in no way fault you for that. Man, am I looking forward to a proper day off tomorrow. I just realized other than playing Majora's Mask for the podcast, I've got nothing to worry about.
That's always nice.
Yeah.
I had a really busy day today.
A what?
I had a really busy day today. We had like I didn't do the assembly of the furniture. We just had it dropped off and other people assembled it. But I did have a couple picture frames to mount up on the walls, and did have to do a little bit of work around trying to get everything all situated and cleaned up for after Christmas.
So what's the status on that whole?
Back in September, they lost their fingerprints.
Oh God.
They found them, but like we needed to like redo all our forms for it, so we did. By that point in time, that was like the beginning of December. Our background check had expired.
Oh no!
Thankfully, I've not committed any felonies since the last time, so. but they had to rerun that slowed it down a little bit. Everything's through now. We just have to do like a final walkthrough, which will be scheduled for mid-January.
Nice.
Before like the final licensing can go through.
Well, that's good. Good for you guys, man. That's super terrific. You guys are doing good work.
I
still hang out with one of
we
these.
don't want them. Sorry, we don't want this many right away, but our house will be set up for 4 kids.
Oh wow.
With the potential for like a 5th bed, but it can't qualify for a 5th kid. But we will have a 5th bed for sleepovers or just random emergencies or anything like that.
That's really cool, man. We will be our next big move, you know, family-wise, is going to be to moving to a proper house. Like, this apartment is great, and it's, I mean, well worth the price that we pay for it, but, you know, what should be a child's bedroom is my office.
Yep.
So, which in 2020 has been incredibly valuable.
Yeah.
Even after the arcade preservation, people got their hands on boards of them. Oh, wait, oh. Like, there's no movement option. It's not awkward. Walking's way too slow. Dashing's too fast. And while jumping is a nice medium speed, it is also incredibly unsafe at all times. It also, even after arcade preservation, people got their hands on boards of them. It took 10 years to crack the homemade security on them. Oh my god. I still hang out with one of the guys who discovered the high-level tech for Fists of Fire and occasionally hang out with one of the others. That's awesome, man. It's really cool. Alright. As soon as I can get the gray paint off this brush, I think it'll be time to do some creative ink wash shenanigans. So it's going to be Nolan oil on the hoodie. Drakenhoff Nightshade, I guess, on the pants. Yeah, I think that's what it is. And then Reeklin Flesh Shade on the skin. And Agrax Earthshade on the base. I think that's how I want to do it. So the Earthshade on the base is going to turn it out looking something like this, which I'm pretty fond of. Wash brush. Melon oil. Start there, I guess. Yeah. Start with the good stuff. So my mom makes French toast casserole almost every Christmas morning.
French toast casserole?
Yeah, it's super delicious. It's like a... I don't know, it's just like a baked French toast, basically, with like cheese and ham and stuff. It's really yummy. But I said, because my brother... Or first of all, my wife makes really good bread. And we dropped off a loaf at my brother's Christmas Eve. And he made it into French toast. And I was like, oh, I know what I'm doing next year. Next year when we're all together again, I'm making French toast for everybody with Katie's homemade bread. And my mom's like, well, I'm going to hold you to that. I'm like, please do. I love making French toast. And that, my friend, is partially your responsibility, Broody, because
Oh, yeah?
you inspired me, man. to get good at making French toast. And that is one thing I've done.
I ended up doing this Christmas because I had my parents and sister over.
Yeah.
Now I make French toast. And I had like this super delicious cinnamon apple sausage.
Ooh.
It was so good. And I finished the rest of it this morning.
Oh, it's so good.
That like I saw it at the store. I was like, I have got to try this. And it was superb.
Yeah, that sounds amazing. Oh, Nolan Oil, why are you so amazing? Oh, brush caps, why do you always fall on the floor? Come back here.
It was really difficult.
Yeah, it's their lot in life.
Dry brush. So too dry.
What was that?
I think this dry brush I've got, like this dry paint, I got some Pacetti white
Uh-huh.
for Christmas, and it seems a bit too dry.
So it's not going to that is distinctly not the case.
Yeah?
The dry paints, like, they will still work if they're dry. You just kind of have to scrape the dry brush across it, and it'll pick up the paint you need.
Okay.
And this, ladies and gentlemen, is why we do this together. Are you saying Broody made you go to bed? Go to bed? Yes! Oh my god, RPD. First of all, go to bed, but yes, that is definitely a thing that happened. Lady Drake just informed me that there's a sea captain in the Dragon Prince that has 2 eye patches. I need to get back to watching that. Yes! Isn't that the coolest level up moment, Brett? It is. So we have another guy who occasionally comes on the show with us, our friend Adam. And the first time we introduced him to Null Oil, like, he lost his mind. It was incredibly funny. He's like, oh my god, this is a game changer!
It really is.
Adam did all the graphics overlays for most of the shows that I have on this channel. Adam's an incredible artist for a number of things. Null and Oil, Miss Drake, is so actually this is a very useful thing for you because you do the model kits. It's what I'm using right now. It's a dark ink that flows into the recesses and just kind of pools up there and gives you a better depth. So in the case of model kits, man, I can. If you give me 2 seconds, I will grab 2 model kits. One that I've used Null and Oil on, and the other one that I have not. And I will show you what the difference ends up being, because it's pretty substantial. The eye patches are real. Huh? Yeah, let me just finish up this guy real quick, and I'll grab those. Although you can see what it's doing just on the screen here. And see how it just kind of flows into the crevices and stuff. I'm using a very big brush even, and it's just gives you maximum coverage. All right, yeah, give me 2 seconds and I'll grab one of the model kits. I'll show you what the difference is. Maybe? Okay, so here's the difference. This is Mega Man Zero without Null Oil. You can see these black or these white crevices aren't filled in. They're kind of dull. It's kind of almost washed out. His teeth are the same way. But the instant I add Null Oil to the party, you get a much more clearly defined line. So if you take a look at Anime Zero's chest, you can see that line is much more clearly defined. His ear, the pieces around his ears are better. This is not my best job because there were also some bits that were miscolored in this plastic model kit. The gun especially. It was also my first model kit ever, so but that's the big difference right there. And of course now I have to duck back out and put these away, but you know, that should help you pretty significantly, a Mistrake. So I would highly, highly, highly recommend you pick up some Null Oil. Yeah, so hopefully that helps. Okay, quick snack, then back to it. I've started keeping a vat of tropical trail mix next to my table for quick energy.
Trail mix?
Mm-hmm.
What's in tropical trail mix?
Bananas, coconut, papaya, pineapple, raisins, cashews, cranberries, and almonds. Just some quick energy food. Alright, where's my Drake and Hop Nightshade? Boy, Mike, I'm gonna need more Nightshade pretty soon. Running out.
Yeah, I need some more Null Oils very soon. I've been complaining about that for a while. And in the giant set that my bunch that my sister got, Null Oil was on my list, but she couldn't find it. Like, they were out.
It's sold out everywhere, yo. Oh my god, Nightshade coming up clutch. This is looking so good.
But I am very excited about some of the new colors that I got.
Yeah, you got some good stuff. Blood for the Blood God, yo.
Yeah. But I got like a Wraithbone.
Yes.
Here for some lighter bases. Hey, so this one there. That's my old McCrag Blue. Then I got Deathworld Forest, so I had something other than the Wild Flesh for green.
Yep. Yeah, I gotta get some Deathworld Forest, I think. I have to add that to the shopping list.
Which actually, now that I'm looking at it, like that might be a really good one. Because like of the 5 or 6 minis I have left for TMNT to paint, 4 of them is a set of the Deviation Turtles.
Yeah.
It's like all world like Foot Clan.
Oh, cool.
And
yes,
like
Brett Moore.
doing them in the Death World green instead of the Wild Flesh like the standard ones.
Mm-hmm.
To just change like their skin tone. Will probably turn out great.
Yeah. Yeah, Drakenhof Nightshade is dark blue. It's extreme. It is, without a doubt, my favorite shade in the Citadel line. And you can see what it's doing with the pants here.
I just realized this Mandalorian is loaded for bear.
Oh my
He's
god!
got 2 pistols already, and he's got 2 more pistols in holsters.
Oh my god! Yeah, he's bringing the heat. Yeah, so the Nightshade does a lot of really cool stuff. I'll show off a couple of models I did a long time ago with this same pot of Nightshade. When I was just learning how to use shades, that really came out cool. I'm really fond of them. They're dark elves. And it's very understated and like subtle, where I'm going a little bit heavier here. All right. Thank you. I'm really happy with how these jeans are turning out. I don't know if you heard, I was a little bit nervous at the beginning of the stream, like, I don't know if this is going to work, but yeah, it does. And I'm also going to apply this Thunderhawk Blue, a very light dry brush over the top too, to just bring the folds back into the focus that I want. So this is a dark elf I did a long time ago. And all the skin is done with Drakenhof Nightshade, so it's pallid witch flesh. Now this is before we knew the difference between a base coat and a layer paint, so it was a little bit extra effort. But I used this sort of flesh color, and then the Drakenhof Nightshade to get into, come on, focus, the hands there and the face. I used the Drakenhof Nightshade on the entire model. and it did a whole bunch of different things. You can see a little bit of poison on the spear. The scarf and the cape is all nightshaded up. So I'm really fond of that particular ink wash. It does a lot of cool stuff. I don't need Reekland Flesh Shade. And the music's gone away. Why you go away, music? Oh. It's actually just silent for now. This is odd. Awkward silence.
So I decided to go back to some of my clones.
Yep.
Now that I have this Martian Earth Crust, and see how doing the bases would turn out.
Yes. Yeah, so that is without a doubt my favorite way to do bases.
What?
That is without a doubt my favorite way to do bases. All right. And once it dries, Mike, what you want to do is hit it with a Nuln Oil or a Agrex Earthshade. And then a dry brush. At least that's how I recommend doing it. You can just kind of leave it alone. Another good way, if you have it, is the Agrex Earthshade Gloss. Makes it look kind of muddy.
Okay.
So there's a number of different approaches. Are those the ones you did last time we were together?
Yes. Fives and Echo.
Nice.
Clone Troopers from the Clone Wars. But whereas, like, my normal, like, Rebels that I'd done, like, I did it with, like, flocking with glue and sand, etc. Because, like, I was going for Tatooine bases type thing.
Sure.
And that worked out great. But I never did basing on any of my clones because I was deliberately trying to, I really wanted to do a Geonosis type.
Yeah, I had a feeling that's where you were going with that.
And so I ended up never, properly basing them.
And now you can.
And now I can because I can use this Martian Iron Crust to kind of get that red clay type terrain underneath them.
Yeah.
This looks great.
Yeah, it really does. I think that's kind of exactly what you'd want for Geonosis. The other thing I can see for clones would be Camino, but that's tough because it's all water. So you'd have to do like
water and walkways.
Yeah.
Like I'd end up having to just like paint it silver or lead belcher and.
I mean, there are ways, right? Like you could do.
Trick.
Yeah.
It's like my swampy yellowish green that I had for Croc with epoxy.
Yeah.
Which I'm gonna I still need to throw some grass to float in it and stuff, but
sure. All right, let's do Agrex Earthshade. Oh, that looks cool.
Hmm?
I just put the Agrex Earthshade down on the base.
Ah.
Unfortunately, the light's kind of playing havoc with it right now, but it's kind of hard to see on stream, but it looks good. Trust me, it looks good. The music has become Gregorian chants. Oh, it's Metroid. Seeing that Killer Croc reminded me that currently in the Red Hood book, Croc is going around dressed as a mob boss. Oh my god, that's awesome. I love that so much. Croc's been doing some cool stuff lately. Like, everybody got up in arms when he, you know, was part of the Batwoman Detective Comics team. But I was like, you know, if anybody's in dire need of a redemption arc and could easily get it, it's Killer Croc.
Man, these technicals look great. I'm so glad my sister got them for me.
Aren't they cool?
Mm-hmm.
I pretty much...
just Sterling mud on this guy.
Yeah, Sterling Mud is so cool. I'm a fan of the Battlemire myself,
like,
but
tufts of grass there, but
yeah.
see, this is the one I did off stream where that is going to be my RPG character.
Yeah, oh, he's cool. I really like him. Or sorry, I'm sorry, Clayface.
Clayface was awesome.
I'm sorry, I completely misspoke. Miss Drake, thank you for catching me on that one. Learning and growing. I've done a lot of that on this stream tonight. And I haven't triggered the animation until now. Mm-hmm. Yup. They sure did. Bunch of savages. All right, now we're just doing the little some inking in the t-shirt, and we will set these boys aside to dry overnight for dry brushing and layer painting. I'll use the last few minutes to make some progress on the White Dwarf base. And he hasn't shown up since either they confirmed he wasn't dead in a post-arc scene, but he hasn't come back since. Yeah. People love to ruin things, guys. Clayface.
Oh.
Yep. It's almost invariably Tom King's fault. The guy ruins good things. It's kind of what he does professionally.
Does he ruin things more or less than Grant Morrison?
Grant Morrison didn't really ruin things. He's just bad at things. In my opinion. And because his stuff is so out there, people are like, oh, he's so good, he's so edgy. No, he's just bad at doing things. you go dry somewhere. You are the Blue Man. The Blue Man group. Which, realistically, I should have done when I had the Drakenhoff Nightshade out, but whatever. Morrison didn't put a bullet in Nightwing's head and ruined his book for months.
Oh.
Yup. Speaking as someone who has a giant wall just off to my left, covered in Dick Grayson artwork, 2 of which were done by Adam. Yeah, I was very cranky about that. Don't screw up my Richard. I've always maintained that when it comes to Robins, far and away Tim Drake is the best Robin. But when it comes to being a functional, interesting character, Dick Grayson is the coolest in my book.
I can support that.
Yeah. At least some of the interesting plot stuff they were doing pre-King interference got carried over in Batgirl's book. Yeah. Yep. I also think the only interesting couple that Dick Grayson has ever been part of was him and Barbara. So I was almost there for them with Starfire, but well, by what was it? By the power vested in me by absolutely no one. It is the most technically of technically.
Wait, what?
Batman married Batgirl and Nightwing. By the power vested in me by absolutely no one, I now pronounce you man and wife. There are some really cool DC Black Label things going on right now, though, too. There's one where Harley's a private investigator, which is cool. That I want to read more of. And then there's another Harley book that's really good, too. That Jimmy and Amanda are back on. Isn't that all the authority power needs? Yeah. Alright. These mother truckers need to go to bed for a little while. But they will get a dry brush of... Ow. I'm going to sneeze now. Ugh. Of Thunderhawk Blue and Terminatus Stone, as well as some layering on the face. They're pretty much done. I'm pretty happy with that. So, I'm going to retire this painting handle for a little while and bring out the big one. Biggin. It's a hunk of baloney that I've been working on for the last couple of weeks that I'm just sick to death of. Technically, at some point, this little bugger will go on that base, but I mean, he's going to spend more time on the small base anyway, so I'm like, why am I bothering? But it's there, I need to do it. It's in my way. It's going to get done. Yeah, so I was really close. Although after Future State, Nightwing and Batgirl are sharing a book. I'm okay with that too. I'm really okay with that. Because it means it's one less book I need to buy. I think I'm going to be down to just Detective Comics and Daredevil. I itched my nose, now my nose is running. 2 seconds, folks.
Bless you.
Oh, they couldn't hear that. I muted myself. You could hear that because you're hearing this microphone.
Sorry.
You're good. Yeah, Tinian does good work. I mean, he is a fantastic, like, subscribes to the Scott Snyder, like, thought camp of writing. I had a long conversation after Comic Con with Scott about James. And hey, Adam's here. So I just finished up these mooks for Gotham City Chronicles, and they need dry brushing and layering still, but they're drying. And last week I did this ugly bugger, but he has a bigger base that's covered in garbage, effectively. So I'm working on that. And Mike's working on some Mandalorians.
Yeah, I've done these two today.
What are you working on tonight, Adam? Lest the chat goad you. You're cutting and gluing right now? Nice.
Yeah, I did get the Iden Verso pack.
Oh, yeah?
The building, as well as like the Imperial Saber tank.
Yeah.
Which is huge, but I'm looking forward to doing that as well.
That's awesome. I don't know. Hey now, RPD.
That's a completely... dang it, he beat me to it. I was going to say this is the wrong type of cutting. He's doing some, like, heroin.
Whoa! Yeah, Hulk is humongous, yo.
Oh, yeah, I'd imagine. What were we just talking about? King and Snyder.
Yeah.
So, do you find it kind of, I don't know, goodness, 10, 15 years ago, like the big debate essentially with Batman was like, were you a Jeff Loeb fan or a Frank Miller fan?
Mm-hmm.
I love how that's like shifted now to like Scott Snyder and like, trying to come up with his other name. We were just talking about him.
Tom King. Oh, Grant Morrison. Oh, ooh.
Or Tom King for that matter.
I mean, you know where Adam and I fall on that debate. Like, obviously Tom King is scum and Grant Morrison is just as bad. But
yeah.
A 3-inch... Wait. That's... Is that bigger than Ultron? No, it can't be. Can it?
So a 3-inch base.
Oh my god.
So a 750 millimeter base. No, that's 75.
Ghost Rider has the same size base, but has a whole motorcycle for it. Jeez. No wonder they're so expensive. Like, my sister-in-law was aiming to get me some for Christmas, and she was like, these are... Like, I feel bad just getting you one dude. I'm like, no, don't. She ended up getting me a gift card, but... with which I bought an 8-bit Zoe controller, because that was necessary.
Then I showed off the... Yeah, this is a 60 mil base, which is even smaller than the Hulk.
Yeah. Oh my god. Ugh. Dude, Galactus is gonna be nasty. That was Killer Croc, right?
Yeah, that was Killer Croc. I do have Clayface and a painted Killer Croc I can show. So yeah, kind of the same deal, just a more complete Killer Croc.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't painted him yet, but I also did him without the tail and less mutated.
Yeah.
Clayface was definitely one of the easiest models I've painted.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like he'd be on par with the Star Spawn that I did a while back.
Yeah. I pulled out my airbrush and just went over it with brown, then went over the entire thing with a Agar Surf shade, and that was it.
Yeah.
I mean, I did his like teeth and stuff on top of that, but for the most part, that pretty much covered it.
I feel like that's one of those shrug models, and then you just put it away and never look at it.
I should have magnetized him. Like, he has like 3 or 4 different arms, and I ended up going with like the axe head, but he has like a mace and like some other weapons that he mutated to.
Yeah. Oh, that's fantastic, Adam. I want to see that.
That would be awesome.
Alright, we got our little hobgoblin over here.
Mark Hamill, what?
It's supposed to be the Black Gobo, but I'm just like, that's not how I paint goblins. Like, they tell you to use like, you know, whatever, just like standard orc color scheme, and I'm like, orcs don't treat goblins very well. Like, they treat them kind of like crap. I feel like they'd be sickly. So I started experimenting with a brown undercoat and then doing a green layer over the top, and I think it looks really good. I'd like probably 3 sentinels. I'm gonna see if I can't make it happen. I mean, we know some people with 3D printers.
Mainly me.
Well, right, but resin printers though.
Oh yeah.
Although a sentinel would probably come out with a filament printer pretty okay, I think.
Yeah. I will wait till I invest in something bigger than that until I get the hang of this one.
Yeah. Although our school's 3D printers, like, it's almost back and ready to go again, and I'm very, very happy about it. Nice, RPD. Fantastic. All right. I need to look up my painting guide. Where the heck is it? That's not the right Google Drive. Computer, you should know better. I don't need my Google Drive for my school email account on a Saturday. That's absurd. Okay, I did that. All right, Teakless Blue is next. That's this one. Oh, I've forgotten how much I hate new paints. Oh, bugger. Okay, small layer. That's what I need here. Because we are just going over the edge of the birthday cake. Ow. Something in my shoulder just tweaked hardcore, and it was very uncomfortable. I was thinking of also picking up some of those Christmas monster themed mini Kickstarters that have like teddy bears and toy soldiers to do a Christmas with the Joker. Oh, what a good idea! Oh my gosh. That's such a good idea. If you find a good one, Adam, let me know. Because I might have to do that too now. I have a friend who watches Christmas with the Joker every year on Christmas Day. And like it's been a long time since I've watched it, and I got to go back and do it again. It's on my list.
Every year, but not necessarily on Christmas Day.
Yeah. Well, John's got to be the biggest Batman fan that I know. By far the more enjoyable thing. Yeah. Some YouTube channel was playing the Star Wars Holiday Special, like, on repeat yesterday, and I was like, oh god. No thank you. Alright, I want to do...
So my sister-in-law got me a Furby for Christmas. That was like Chewbacca.
What?
Called Furbacca.
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 Is that like an official thing?
They have like a Yoda and a Vader and a Han and a Leia as well. And it is every bit as annoying as it was when I was like 6 years old and got one of the original ones.
Ugh.
I had the batteries in just to kind of see what it did. The eyes aren't mechanical anymore. They're like little TV screens that like will move and look around and stuff. They like to simulate eyes.
That's horrible.
The cat was immensely confused.
Yeah.
And it lasted about 5 minutes before I was like, nope, batteries are coming out, and I'm gonna find some random 5-year-old or an unsuspecting person to stick this in their car or something.
Yeah. That's a hard pass from me, dog. My, idiot buddies, the twins, Paul, in their ongoing quest to drive each other crazy, Paul bought 5 Furbies for Christmas and stitched them together.
Oh god.
Yeah. I was like, bro, what are you doing? And apparently it still works. Like, the whole thing still totally functional. I was like, you're a maniac.
I will say about the engineering between from Furbies, like the entire thing operates off of like a single motor.
Yeah.
That did all the eye movements, the ears, the body, everything. It's all like a single mechanism, just applied in different ways.
Yeah. First they make a Furby Rat King, next they make earthquake generators. I don't know if I ever told you the story of the spider bear that we built, RPD. But Paul and Chris and I, one year for Halloween, ever since 3rd grade, the twins and I have put on a Halloween party. In varying combinations of the all of us. So sometimes it'll just be me and Chris, sometimes it'll be me and Paul, whatever it is. And one year, we were desperate to get into animatronics. I don't know why. To this day, I could not tell you. But Chris decided that we were going to build a giant animatronic spider that one of us could puppeteer, which didn't make any sense considering that there were so many other gags in the Halloween maze that would require us to be there. That it was just foolish. Sorry, I'm fucking my mouth full. But he was gung-ho about it, and so off we went. No less than 17 trips to Home Depot later, we actually had a pretty reasonable spider bear. But it was then that's when Chris realized, oh wait, we can't actually use this. So it just sat there and continues to sit there to this day.
Have I ever told you the story about the toilet?
No.
Frank?
No.
So one year on Christmas Eve, I should preface this. Like one day in like September, my parents were like renovating their bathroom,
Yeah.
and so they got a new toilet. And
Naturally.
so I saved the old toilet
Oh God.
for like 4 months just to do this on Christmas. And on Christmas Eve, like I took the toilet and brought it to a friend's house.
Yeah.
Laid it on like their front yard, and had gone to like Party City, gotten like a huge like 20-foot like red carpet runner.
Oh my God.
One door to the toilet, covered the thing in like Tootsie Rolls and chocolate pudding, and filled the bowl with gasoline and lit it on fire.
Oh boy. That is savage, sir.
Big red bow on it, and left it for him to find on Christmas morning.
That is
It
straight
was
savage.
hilarious. And they kept that toilet for who knows how long, but it stuck around and eventually kept getting moved in and out and all over the place for various other like practical jokes and pranks.
I love it. Alright, so I'm pretty happy with the cake here. Miss Drake, I am so glad that you brought that up. Yes, they were. And they were lovely, and we loved them. There was a guy at Clarkson who had a fleet of toilets out on his yard. And they were beautifully decorated with flowers and art, and they were really good. We thought they were really cool. I mean, art students, right? We thought they were great. But the town of Potsdam thought otherwise. And it's been an ongoing battle. The town of Potsdam really badly wants him to remove them and destroy them. We think they're great. I did at one point. I don't anymore know their origin. I thought it was some feud he was having with the town. Maybe I'm wrong. That's how you know that they're a visionary artist when society's not ready for their level of genius. Exactly. Exactly. So the guy who put them there wanted to build a Subway or other chain restaurant, but his land wasn't zoned. Yeah. Okay, yeah. So that's, yeah, okay. So that's exactly what I thought it was. But there's also, so the local, well, some of the students got involved too. There's a lot of like weird mythos-y stuff around those toilets too. I want to say it was one of the fraternities got involved too. That's on some level, and like obtained a bunch of them for him. I don't know. I'm gonna try this. Do an experimentation here, Broody.
Experimentation?
Yep. I'm trying to do some stark contrasty stuff with orange, and it's gonna be a gamble. I think it'll work. Oh yeah. Totally. This is true. This is very true. Miss Drake, you know that Wes Craven was one of my professors, right? I must have told you that.
Is that the Underworld guy?
What?
He's Wes Craven.
Scream and Nightmare on Elm Street.
Okay.
Yep, he did one lecture per year for my film classes. And Clarkson was the original setting for Nightmare. That was a satisfying pop. Yeah, gotcha. Then there's Canson, which is also there. Yeah. My inner Bonesaw Brigade is like trying to break out here, Miss Drake. I think you know where I'm going with this. You can't spell sluts without SLU! Bonesaw is ready! RPD, Bonesaw, the Bonesaw Brigade was the Clarkson hockey fans. I still have my Bonesaw t-shirts kicking around somewhere. Did I mentally sing the Firefly song in my head every time the bus stopped there? Oh, yeah. I've had to resort to edge painting instead of dry brushing here. Which I don't love. Getting edgy with your painting is watching paint dry. Really run long enough to reach the edgy reboot stage. It's not a reboot. But I can see where you might think that. There we go. Alrighty. Couple more here. Some light brown. That'll do. What color eyes do goblins have?
Green?
Are they green? Because I feel like the rest of their skin is green. Does yellow make sense?
Yellow makes sense.
Okay. Cool. So we'll do that in a second. Uh-oh. Oh, that's better. Yeah, that's much better. Oh, RPD. That episode of Defunctland. Oh my goodness. That's like everything I never knew I needed to know about that Toys R Us store. Holy mackerel, what a story. What a story, RPD. Yeah. Oh, it was just a good episode. Like, I thank you for letting me know that was up, because that was good watching. It was like Wednesday morning maybe, and I woke up and I was like, oh man, I gotta watch that new Defunctland. I love that channel so much, man. Alright, just a little bit more edging, then a good dry brush. Well, okay, I'll take that back. There's a couple more things I need to do. Well, this is mostly done. I think I was most amused by the dual Hilary Duff appearances. Those made me laugh. So that was just probably funny. But I don't know. That's a tough question that I will not attempt to answer at this moment. They were all pretty funny. Yeah. The Tony Hawk one was good too, yeah. There's that.
Okay. This one looks a little bit more like Yar Saxon than I wanted, but...
It's super cool, though. I like it a lot, man. Alright. Finish the Goblin. Little dry brush. Dry brush. Okay. Yeah. All right. Tiger Woods and, of course, Adam Sandler. Not that Adam Sandler, though. I love how you were like, content warning, Adam Sandler. That was funny. Made me laugh. Alright, space brush. Small base. Everland Sunset. Alright, throw down one more base coat, a little bit of ink, and we're done here.
That looks pretty awesome.
I'm feeling pretty good about it at this point. I wasn't initially, but screaming pink. Alright. Where is you? What is you? Oh my gosh. Like, what is you? It's brilliant, straight poetry. So useful, so economical. What is you? Oh, you know what I heard yesterday that was super cool?
What?
My wife found this on Audible. It's Tim Curry reading Christmas Carol.
Oh, nice.
It was so good. And like when he's doing like you can hear a bunch of the voice acting, the experience that he has coming through in some of the characters. So like the same like laugh, the chortle that he uses on Cardinal Richelieu in Three Musketeers is the same one that comes out of his mouth when he laughs for Fred. And I'm like, oh my god. I know this character is not supposed to be in any way sinister, but oh my god. All right, I gotta pull this off screen for a second.
How old is it?
I don't know. It's got to be like a little bit old, because
It's not
when
like
last I saw Tim Curry, he looked like he was on death's door.
I mean, he did have a stroke like 4 or 5 years ago. So
Yeah, and that was about the same time frame. So. All right, I'm gonna lay down an ink wash on this, and we'll call it. Stay where I point you. Thank you. Oh, I wanted to do the Goblin's eyes real quick. Oh my god, I totally screwed that up. Get the other one, though. We'll fix that. Pull it off screen so I don't mess this up again. There we go. That's better. Alright. Reclaimed Flesh Shade and Druchii Violet. Okay. Stay open, you stupid pot of paint. Alright. Oh, where's the camo shade? Please tell me I still have some. Random blast. I must. Where did it go? Is this it? No. I think I'm going blind. Where the hell's my camo shade? Don't give me this. We're so close to done. Close. No. Green shade. White shade. Oh, what is this madness? Fine. I'll just use Earth Shade. I'm at the point where I no longer care. All right. This load of bologna needs to dry. But other than that, just a couple of dry brushes away from being done. This mess of birthday candles. Dwarf on it. What do you think, Mike?
Looks great.
I'm pretty happy with it. You ready to call it for the night, buddy?
What?
Are you just about ready to call it here?
Yeah, I think so.
All right. Well, that was a good night of painting. Thank you all so much for tuning in. We had a great time. We will be back same time, same bat time, same bat channel next week. And I say bat time and bat channel because I will still be working on Batman. I'm going to be working on Batman for quite a while. Broody, always a pleasure hanging out with you, man. This is so much fun. I'm so glad we get to do this.
Yep.
I hope everybody has... Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was just saying, looking forward to next week.
Yeah, me too. I hope everybody has a wonderful week. I will be back on the Handelabra Games channel at 6:30 tomorrow night doing some Oblivion, and then very shortly thereafter on the Ryugami-san channel doing This Is Difficult. That's the podcast. Can't wait. We got some big stuff for you tomorrow, and then I will be back right here on this channel Thursday night for... I'm not sure if it's a Gears week or if it's a Zach Sucks at Games week. I guess it's all going to depend on if my hard drive gets here, because that's a thing. Anyway... Have a wonderful night, everybody. Take care, and we'll talk to you real soon. Bye.
Good night, all.